Hey everybody, thanks for watching Arkansas Gun Guy. So I just got the new Holosun EPS enclosed pistol sight, the carry version, super small enclosed red dot that I wasn't sure which gun I was going to put it on, but probably my 365XL. I've got the older 365 that you lose the rear sights on whenever you put an optic or take the plate off. So a couple things I liked about the EPS other than the enclosed portion of the pistol, love the fact it's enclosed. But also sets very low on the firearms and has an option for a little rear sight on there. So I was curious how well that would work. Now, this did come with an optic plate that has an RMS footprint, and it has the plate that adapts it to K, which would fit directly onto my 365. I didn't know if I want to try and mount it directly to the firearm or put the plate on there. So, and you'll see in this video, I talk about both. And I actually called Holosun because the screws that come in here work with the plate only, but you can mount the firearm or the optic directly to the firearm if you have the right size screws. And Holosun will send them to you free of charge. So I've ordered the screws, but I didn't want to wait. So I went ahead and tried it with the optic plate anyway, and I think I like it better. So I'm going to show you in this video. I can't show you disassembling the firearm, but I will kind of show you the steps of how I got the EPS onto my 365XL. And kind of spoiler alert, here's the finished product. It looks fantastic. But the thing I like most about it, and again, I'll do close-ups. You can see whenever I go through the installation, there's a very little overhang on there, but the sight picture is fantastic. I'll do a safety check before I start pointing the gun. The firearm is empty. But again, if you mount it directly to the firearm without the plate, I think your front post gets in the way because I have it with the optic plate on there, and I will probably never capture this, but there's the dot. And again, it's hard to get on camera. This has not been zeroed, but right now with the optic plate on there, that dot sits right above my front post. That's pretty awesome. Now, in the rare event that this thing dies after you run out your 50,000 hour battery life and the solar backup doesn't work, you still do have this backup option here, the backup sight here that does co-witness through the window. So I am beyond thrilled with the Holosun EPS and how it fits on my 365XL with the plate. So again, you can do it without the plate. That's great. Holosun's customer service said you can do it. But here is a video of me kind of putting the plate on there and tinkering with it if you're curious about how that works. Again, thanks so much for watching Arkansas Gun Guy. If you haven't yet, would you like and subscribe? It helped me grow my little channel and get me out of my basement. Thanks. Okay, I want to take a look at installing the Holosun EPS carry onto my Sig P365XL. This is the old version of 365 that has the removable back plate where you lose your rear sight. YouTube doesn't like it whenever you take guns apart or modify them, so I'm not going to actually show you how I took the screws out. But these are the screws that came out, and generally they come out. There are two screws right here, here, and here. And I used a T8 Torx wrench just to back those out. And when you do that, keep your thumb on the rear sights because these will just pop off here and here. We'll save those for another day. Now, I was hoping to mount this thing directly to the optic for a super low footprint. And to give you an image of the sight picture, if you do that, can't catch the red dot in there. That's not too bad, but when I use it off camera, the dot, I can't capture it here. The dot is right behind the front post. So I think I'd rather use a lower 1/3 co-witness. So I am going to pop the optics plate on there. I mentioned in my original video that I had written to Holosun asking for shorter screws so I could mount the optic directly to the firearm. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to try it with the optics plate on there. So if nothing else, when the new screws arrive, I'll try that as well. But the optics plate, you want to make sure there is a side with two little raised bumps here in the front. That goes up. The flat side goes down. So put that flat side down, sets flush. The optic goes on. You see there's little spots there. That line here. It sits right in there, and there you can see the fit. Any overhang, very minimal. but in the footprint, oh, I got the dot capture too. So you can see there the dot is just over the front post. So if the dot ever goes south, which it shouldn't because it's got a 50,000 hour battery and solar failsafe, but you can use your rear sights. One thing I don't like about the Sig optics or the Sig plates early on is you always lost your rear sight, but this guy sits low enough that you can actually use your rear sights on there. So now to guess which screw goes in there. Holosun gives you 3 options, and none of them are identified. So looking at the screws that came out of the bottom of the thing, I'm going to assume that the thinnest ones here are what go in there. I'll let you know. These were the first ones on the far left when you open the package, if that matters. I'm not sure if they are all consistent or not. But I'm going to try these guys and see if I can get them to pop in there. And we'll see what it looks like once I have it mounted up. So I'll pause the camera here. All right, so here we go. I've got it installed. My guess was right. It was the skinniest screws in the set. So they look kind of like these guys here. One piece of advice, again, I also use the T8 Torx wrench on that as well. Get a nice big long wrench so that you can get close here without getting your handle near the glass on there. But there it is mounted. Again, slight bit of overhang, but not too bad. Again, I feel bad I had Holosun send those screws so I can mount it directly to the optic, because I don't think I'm going to do that. This won't do it justice, but the sight picture is there. You can see the dot is just above the front post already. I don't have this zeroed, but if I mount this directly to the optic, that dot's going to be right behind my front post, which is not really what I wanted. So I'm actually pretty happy with this thing on the optic mount. I guess those guys knew what they were doing when they built this thing, right? I was going to try and outsmart them. So love the sight picture, clear picture. Does not do it justice on here, but I can't wait to get this thing zeroed, see how much better now I shoot my 365. Shot it well before. I expect I'll shoot it even better now. Let's just take a look at what it looks like on the actual weapon when it's assembled. Give me a second to lock this back for you off camera, sorry. And here's the finished product. So there's your Sig 365XL, old school model with the removable rear sight with the Holosun EPS carry installed. I am actually very happy with the plate option. So if you're trying to decide plate or no plate, I'm voting go with the plate because it's a better picture up front. But again, you have the option, to each his own. Thank you guys for watching the Arkansas Gun Guy.